Hi everyone, it's Sue. Welcome back. So today I'm going to make some handmade washi tape. Now you may have seen a video quite some time ago where I made some strips of handmade washi tape and the backing was vellum, and this was inspired by Meg's journals or Meg journals, and it's really pretty. I'm doing a little bit of a clean and a little bit of a purge, and I rediscovered that washi, and that made me think, well, I've got all this tape. This is carpet tape that I've got, and also just some normal double-sided tape. I thought I might use both of those, but I just think that the double-sided tape might be a little bit too narrow. In my rearranging and tidying, I have all these napkins. I love napkins, and I continue to purchase them, and I just never use them. So I thought, well, that carpet tape is quite thick, but let's have a look at it and see if we can make some handmade washi tape with napkins. So with most napkins, they will have 2-ply or 3-ply. So you need to actually take away the plies at the back, because otherwise it's just going to peel away and the top part of your napkin won't actually stick to what you're putting it on. Now I am going to keep the white pieces of the napkin. The fan's blowing them. Well, we call them serviettes here in Australia, but I'll call them napkins for the sake of everybody that's watching. So I'll keep the white pieces because they're great to either mop up your stains or paint, and you can reuse them in either art journaling or any of your junk journals. Some of the ply that's closest to the top of the napkin can have a little bit of colour on it, so that's always interesting as well. And you can also stamp on them so long as you use a permanent ink. So that's a really pretty napkin there, and it's just a continuous pattern, which is really nice. So basically what I'm going to do, I've just got a little bin here that I'm putting to the side, and hopefully it might block a little bit of that fan. It's been really hot here still where I am. It's starting to cool down, but it is still quite hot. Now I've also got, you can see there, just a aquarelle pen, a water pen that's normally used for painting. This tape, it takes me a little bit to get used to how it rolls out, and it's really, really sticky. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to add it to the side of the napkin, and I'm just going to push it down, the tape down as I go. Now, as I do more, it becomes a lot easier. You can see I've gone off on a bender there. But I'm just going to burnish that tape down just so that it's all nicely stuck down there. And first of all, I actually cut the tape and think, oh, well, that's the way I'm going to do it. But it doesn't work properly that way. You're better off just doing the tape continually. So cut that, and then I'm going to use the water pen to actually strip away. So look at that, that's really pretty, and it's just a, you can use it in your collage or on the edge of a page or on your tags or journaling cards, whatever you wish. And I'm just using the water brush there to just put the water down, and just makes it easier to just tear. Now I'm going to leave my tape with a little bit of a jagged edge. Now on this particular strip, I went too close to the tape and it pulled away the napkin and left some of the tape exposed. So as I do it, I won't go as close to the tape, and I'll come back in and get rid of the excess serviette. But you can see there, I like that ragged edge. I'm now going to go and do the tape again. One thing, also make sure that your napkin is facing downwards on your table so that the good side of the napkin is going to show up on your tape. So I was thinking, now how am I going to add this to this other piece? And then it wasn't going to work. So this is where I go in and I just do one continuous row of tape. Now, always try and leave a little bit of excess serviette or napkin, because it does tend to go a little bit crooked. I'm not doing too badly just there at the moment, but on some of them I found that it did go really crooked and really close to the edge of the tape. So you don't want any of that tape exposed, for fear that, you know, when you put it into your journal or whatever, it's actually the sticky part's going to show through. So even here I'm going a little bit too close. You can come back in later and take any excess off. So as I go through them, I do go a little bit further away and just go through later on and just take away any excess. Now we've got to the end. Don't cut your tape. Just bring your napkin over again, good side facing down on your table. And we're just going to bring the tape right to the edge of the napkin and keep going. So I just overlapped them a little bit. Obviously, where the napkin doesn't stick or have anything to stick on, there's going to be a little bit of some of it flapping around a little bit, so don't overlap it too much. And just do that continually. So use your water brush, or if you don't have a water brush, just use a paintbrush and a cup of water, works the same, or you dip your finger in a cup of water and run it along the napkin and just tear that away. So I'm just burnishing as I go. And this one you can see I do it a little bit further away. So there's a lot of excess napkin there, but I come back in later and take the excess away. So what I might do is I might just speed up some of the footage and just let you see. It's basically the same on all the different napkins, and I'll come and show you at the end. I do actually do a few different things through there. If I feel the need that I need to explain it, I'll pop back in. Otherwise, I'll show you that all at the end. So I started on this one and got a little bit carried away, and I've creased it all. I'm not concerned about that because you can just cut it and layer it. You can even just roughen it up or add a bit of ink over top of that to give it a little bit of texture. Don't stress about that too much. If it really worries you too much, just cut it off and throw it out. But it's just, you're just wasting the tape. So I'm just going to keep going. I'm starting on another one here, but I just want to show you one of them I just put some watercolour, what do you call that, spritzed, flicked some watercolour gold dots over top of it, and it's just really pretty. So I've just got it behind my desk in the sun there at the moment, drying. And then I thought I'd get really clever, and I thought, oh, maybe I could make the edge of the napkin gold, saving me having to go back again. So I've rolled up the ones that I've done. Don't they look cute, all rolled up with the rough edge? So you could even ink it if you wanted to, and then it would just randomly ink along the edge. Or I thought, well, what about gold? I'm going to use the pen, and as I'm putting water on the napkin to tear it away, I'm going to use the gold watercolour as well, but it didn't work because I'm doing it on the back side and it didn't really transfer enough colour through to the front of the napkin. Maybe if I had have used that deeper gold, it may have, but anyway, it didn't work. All that to say, it didn't work. So what I decided to do instead was, with the rolled up washi tape that I've already done, I decided to just get the gold watercolour and just go really randomly on the edge while it's rolled up. So I don't know whether I show you later on, but I did open it up and it's not on all of the edging, but it's just enough. And you can go through when you go just before you stick it down and add a bit more gold if you want to, but it just adds a little something to the roll, I think. Gives it a nice, elegant finishing touch. So I'm just going through and trying to get it on, you know, most of it, but it doesn't pick it up on everything, but it's just a little bit of something extra. And I do both sides as well. I've got this beautiful wildflower watercolour napkin, but you can see here there was a lot of white space, and that was just where the two sides were split. So I grabbed out my watercolours and I used like a Prussian blue and a sepia colour, and I've just flicked the watercolour over the top of the napkin just so that it sort of blends in a little bit more. There's still a bit more white space than the other one, but I still think it adds it sort of makes it all a little bit more cohesive. And I'm just putting some of those white napkins, like the other plies, underneath to catch some of the colour. You can see there, it's really pretty. I love that one. And here we are at the end, and we've got the tapes done. So I've rolled them all up, and sorry about having it so close to the camera. And this is one that I've put the gold flecks on, you can see there. And I just love those really ragged, rough edges. So pretty. I'm really looking forward to using this tape in some of my creations. So that's one of them. I'll go through, and then you just peel off the backing like you do any double-sided tape. It is extra sticky, this carpet tape though, so just keep that in mind. And I'll just show you a couple more. So you can see a couple of them there. This one that was the one that I was putting the gold on the edge. That's all dried now. And you'll see that the gold doesn't come on all of the edge. You can see there's some that's missing. I quite like the way it looks. You know, you can go through, as I said earlier, and put a bit more gold on before you add it to your creations. I think that's enough anyway. So really, really loved making this tape. It was quite relaxing, very repetitive, but I like doing that sort of work. This is another one that's really pretty, and that's where I've folded it all, got it all caught up, but I'm not, as I said, I'm not worried about it. It's a really pretty napkin. I got way out of hand there with that one. I think I got a bit cocky and started going too fast, so I had to slow myself down. And I ended up going after this video and I think I ended up making 9 different rolls of handmade washi tape, and I'm just roughing up the edges there just so it's even more raggedy on the edges when it gets used. This one's really pretty. It's a Kaiser Craft napkin, and it's got birds and butterflies and florals, so really, really pretty. Probably going a little bit fast for you there as well. I'm sorry about that. So let me know what you think in the comments. As I said, I really enjoy putting it together. I just found it something mindless that I could do and not really have to worry about. And particularly using the water brush, I found really, really relaxing. So I hope you enjoyed watching that, guys. And I hope you get to have a little bit of a play with your napkins and some tape and make your own handmade washi tape. So I'll go off and make some more with those. And until next time, I hope you get a little bit of creative time in. And I'm going to keep the scraps. That's what I'm trying to tell you, is I'm keeping the scraps so that I'll use them in collage. Take care. See you soon. Bye.